Have you ever felt overwhelmed by the constant noise of the world and the endless demands of daily life? What if I told you that solitude, the very thing we often fear, can be a powerful tool for finding clarity, balance, and profound personal growth? In a world that rarely stops, discovering how to be alone with yourself can not only transform your mental health, but also open doors to a stronger and more self-aware version of yourself. Get ready to change your perception of solitude and unlock its transformative potential. From a neurological perspective, solitude has a profound and significant impact on the brain, far beyond what is often perceived at first glance. In a world that constantly pushes us towards social interaction and connectivity, it is almost paradoxical to discover that time alone, when consciously chosen, can be one of the greatest gifts we can offer our minds. This positive solitude, defined as those moments when we voluntarily decide to be with ourselves, to reflect, meditate, or rest, has the power to stimulate key areas of the brain related to emotional self-regulation, creativity, and personal growth. In this state of intentional isolation, the human brain activates a unique process of deep introspection, allowing for a type of cognitive processing that rarely occurs amidst daily chaos. During these moments of stillness, the neural networks involved in self-reflection and planning become more active, facilitating greater mental clarity. Recent neuroscientific studies have shown that these periods of conscious solitude strengthen critical skills such as decision-making, learning new competencies, and especially developing greater emotional awareness. The magic of this process lies in the opportunity it gives the brain to address and process unresolved emotions, hidden memories, and experiences stored in our unconscious. It is as if the mind gets a chance to reorganize itself, making room for the new while accommodating and making sense of the past. Far from being a state of emptiness, solitude becomes fertile ground for growth and internal transformation. In an environment of silence and calm, the brain finds the time and energy to regenerate, offering the individual the possibility of emerging more resilient, more self-aware, and with a renewed perception of both themselves and the world. The work of researchers like Grinberg has illuminated a fascinating truth. States of solitude and meditation are not just moments of stillness, but also catalysts for achieving an expanded level of consciousness. This type of awareness allows the brain to integrate the information we process daily more effectively, while also granting us a clearer and more objective perception of the reality surrounding us. In essence, these states are a powerful tool for emotional healing and self-reflection, helping us connect with our essence and understand ourselves on a deeper level. A study conducted by the University of Chicago supports these conclusions by demonstrating that positive solitude has a direct impact on the prefrontal cortex, the brain region responsible for processing worries, anxiety, and stress. During these moments of conscious isolation, activity in this area significantly decreases, allowing the brain to enter a state of restorative rest. This rest is crucial for the nervous system to recover from the exhaustion caused by daily overstimulation, reconfiguring our emotional responses and preparing us to face challenges with greater inner strength. The impact of this process goes beyond mere stress relief. By reducing emotional burden and allowing space for introspection, the brain improves its ability to regulate emotions effectively, fostering an inner peace that does not depend on external circumstances. Moreover, the mental clarity that emerges in moments of solitude creates fertile ground for self-discovery and creative problem-solving. Far from being wasted time, these moments of personal reflection are invaluable opportunities to reorganize our priorities, find new perspectives, and advance in our personal growth. Thus, introspection and self-reflection present themselves as essential practices in a world that rarely allows us to pause. By consciously embracing solitude, we not only cultivate a deeper connection with ourselves, but also open the door to a more balanced, mindful life in harmony with our true needs. This journey inward not only transforms our perception of reality, but also equips us with the necessary tools to live with greater authenticity and purpose. In a world where distractions are constant and external stimulation seems never-ending, taking a moment to listen to our thoughts can become a monumental challenge. This environment of continuous noise, filled with social demands, notifications, and responsibilities, progressively disconnects us from our inner selves. However, solitude, when consciously chosen, acts as a refuge that allows us to silence that external noise and open a unique space for self-knowledge. In these moments of calm, we can process our emotions and thoughts with a clarity that would be impossible to achieve amidst the daily chaos. Science strongly supports this idea. Numerous studies have shown that positive solitude, understood as voluntary and healthy isolation, has profound benefits for mental health. During these moments of retreat, the brain not only finds space to rest, but also works efficiently to process unresolved emotions and traumas. This process is essential for psychological well-being, as it allows for emotional healing, reduces accumulated stress levels, and decreases the anxiety that often accompanies our modern lives. But solitude goes beyond being a mere emotional recovery mechanism. It is also a catalyst for introspection, a moment in which we can question our beliefs, explore our behavioral patterns, and analyze how they shape our daily lives. This level of self-awareness not only helps us better understand who we are, but also opens the door to profound personal transformation. By recognizing our strengths, weaknesses, and areas for improvement, we can make decisions that align more closely with our values and aspirations. Solitude, therefore, is not an experience to be feared, but rather a powerful tool for restoring mental, emotional, and spiritual balance. It invites us to disconnect from external noise and connect with what is most essential, ourselves. In this space of tranquility, we find not only the clarity necessary to face life's challenges, but also the strength to transform into more conscious and fulfilled versions of ourselves. Cultivating moments of positive solitude is ultimately an investment in our overall well-being and the construction of a more authentic and satisfying life. Understanding the difference between chosen solitude and isolation is essential to harnessing the benefits of being alone without falling into its potential risks. Chosen solitude is a conscious and deliberate act, a personal decision made to nourish our soul, rest our mind, or reconnect with our spirituality. It is a time when we allow ourselves to step away from external noise and focus on our inner world. A temporary retreat that grants us the space to reflect, heal, and grow. Isolation, on the other hand, is a forced disconnection, often imposed by external circumstances such as abandonment, social exclusion, or lack of emotional support. This state is not the result of a conscious choice, but rather a context that limits opportunities for connection with others and, frequently, with oneself. Unlike chosen solitude, isolation tends to fuel negative emotions like sadness, anxiety, or even despair, significantly affecting our mental and emotional health. The impact of isolation can be devastating. Numerous studies have shown that being forcibly disconnected from others is linked to increased levels of depression, anxiety, and stress. Those who experience prolonged isolation often describe a sense of emptiness that affects not only their emotional well-being, but also their perception of life and relationships. The absence of social interaction can create a vicious cycle, deepening the disconnection and making it increasingly difficult to break free from this state. In contrast, chosen solitude provides a space for self-discovery and personal growth. This type of solitude allows us to explore our emotions and thoughts with greater clarity, recognizing behavioral patterns, beliefs, and aspirations that often go unnoticed amidst daily distractions. In stillness, we find the opportunity to uncover our strengths, embrace our vulnerabilities, and ultimately build a stronger, more authentic relationship with ourselves. The key to distinguishing solitude from isolation lies in how they are experienced. Chosen solitude is an empowering tool that connects us with our deepest essence, while isolation tends to distance us from both others and ourselves. By learning to choose solitude consciously and healthily, we can transform those moments into a source of strength and inner enrichment. Chosen solitude invites us to see being alone not as a deficiency, but as an opportunity. It teaches us that we are not running away from the world, but rather seeking within ourselves the answers and peace that external noise cannot provide. Isolation, in contrast, deprives us of this essential connection, leaving us in a state of disconnection that weakens our mental and emotional health. The difference between the two lies in their purpose. While chosen solitude nourishes and strengthens us, isolation disconnects and weakens us. It is our perspective and the way we embrace these moments that determine whether they become a burden or a tool for our personal transformation. When we consciously choose solitude, like a meditator or a spiritual seeker, the experience transforms into an opportunity for inner enrichment. It allows us to explore our true essence without external pressures. In contrast, isolation disconnects us not only from others but also from ourselves. The key difference between these two forms of solitude lies in the purpose behind them. Grinberg taught us that solitude can serve as a bridge to expanded consciousness, whereas isolation breeds distress by distancing us from our essential nature. Learning to embrace solitude in a healthy way is essential to unlocking its profound benefits. Through solitude, we discover that the greatest journey is the one we take within ourselves. In this process, we find a peace that does not rely on external circumstances, but rather on our connection with our true essence. Choosing solitude as a path to self-discovery opens the door to a profound experience of transformation, connection, and growth. Thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to give it a like. Leave a comment below with your thoughts or suggestions. Turn on the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos. Share it with your friends and family. And of course, subscribe to the channel to be part of this amazing community. See you next time.